What is it that makes a place haunted? Is it a cold chill, a loud bang in the middle of the night, or is it something more, something unseen? Tonight, the Attleboro Paranormal Investigation Group travels to Chepachet, Rhode Island to investigate Tavern on Main, an historical building where many murders have occurred over the years. It's time for API to do their job. Is this building haunted? Let's find out on this episode of Chasing the Unknown.
Hey, Derek.
Wayne Homer
Hello.
at Attleboro Paranormal, my lead
Welcome to
investigator,
Tavern.
Jack.
Thank you for having us.
Talk old, huh?
It is
old.
There's no
Wow.
1799, I believe it was. Building.
Nice. Wow.
A lot of history here.
A lot of history. A lot of things happen here.
A lot
Really?
of beer is crossed over that old wood.
Oh, many. I'm sure many stories crossed over the wood as well.
A lot of bodies go over that wood.
Bodies inside, outside.
Everywhere.
No, it's just not just a bar. It's a restaurant in bar, correct?
Correct.
You serve food and all that.
Right over here is the whole bar side. Go right around the corner through the doors. It's a restaurant. We even have a function room upstairs as well.
Really?
That's right. Now, when we spoke, you talked about different places that had a lot of activity.
Yes. The bar area is probably one of the bigger areas. We've had a TV falling off the counter. Had a few people at the bar and a bartender here at the time that witnessed it happening.
Right.
We've had somebody cleaning up the woman's bathroom. Then a minute later, went back in. It was a complete mess. The toilet paper was strung out everywhere. The same thing with the paper towels.
Now, how about bar bottles and all that? Anything moved, broken, glasses broken?
Rattling.
Nothing that I personally heard, but I can't put it out of the realm of possibilities.
All right. Any personal experiences that you've had? Any shadow people? Anybody talking over your shoulder? Or
Brush
Me-
by you.
Me personally, I'll get like a random cold chill. Like it feels like something coming
That's
through
usually a
you.
stop.
I've also nights I close up. I'll drive in front of the building, back in front of the building, make sure the lights are off. I drive back by, the lights are back on, and even
Playing with you.
bartender was here, slowly flipping the lights off with me as we
Right.
both walked out the door, drove right back on, right back on.
Well, how about upstairs?
Upstairs, we've had a couple people mention that they felt a presence up there from a hand, felt like a hand on the shoulder.
Right.
Nothing harmful, all playful.
Well, it's usually if it's a tavern spirit, it could have been somebody that they came here every night and had their drink.
Absolutely.
You know,
or
probably your area here is known for a farming area, so this tavern here was probably all farm people came here at night and had their drinks.
it was a farming area, plus it was also a main road from Providence right to Connecticut. It was originally named the Main Street, so all the stagecoaches went right by here
Right
and
by.
everything back in the day.
So
So
what I've read was a couple of murders. They were outside in the parking lot.
Yep.
Something about the bathrooms.
those mother and son murder in upstairs bathroom that her husband came in, shot the mother and then shot the son. I have a feeling that those two are the ghosts I almost always see here. One's the son, then it always seems like right around it there's a older motherly figure right around him,
Right.
always relatively right next to him. There was a murder sitting right over here at the bar.
Right here.
Yep.
Really?
Ended up being one of the bartenders closing up at the end of the night. Her boyfriend or husband, which was a state trooper at the time, came in, found out she was cheating on him with somebody, and then at the end of the night, he ended up shooting her right here at the bar. And I believe that was in the early 70s.
Really?
How about the mother and the son upstairs?
Yep.
How'd they meet their doom?
What was that one?
How were they killed?
The guy shot him.
Shot again.
Was it a husband or?
It was her. I believe it was her husband, husband and father.
Now we got a date on that to about when it happened. 1800s or
I'm only-
modern?
I think it was
Not modern.
No, I think it was like the 1930s, 30s.
Because
Yeah.
I know I read one of your political guys was on the front porch and took a shot back when this place was almost brand new. Shot.
Oh,
Yeah.
bullet holes.
Shot
Yep.
and killed. Shot and killed right there on the front doorstep.
Those door rebellion that happened all
Yes.
right here. That's right where that ended up going. And it says many murders from outside to inside the building, upstairs and downstairs.
Can you show us some of the areas?
Absolutely.
Alright. We'll follow.
We'll follow
I
you.
said this is right where one of them happened.
This is nice and
And this right here is the function room.
cool. These were the bathrooms.
Yep, right over here is the bathroom right where the mother and son got murdered right in here.
This one right here.
This one right here.
And they've been seen up here.
Mainly the son has been seen like right over in that corner. It's right where the other I said earlier the kid felt like there was something on his shoulder, like hand on his shoulder. It happened right over in this corner.
Okay.
Right over here, he was carrying something downstairs. I was going down, felt like someone just put their hand on his shoulder, just like this.
All right, Derek. Thanks for the show. I'm gonna grab the team and we're gonna do our investigation.
Excellent. Need lights on off? Let me know. I'll be hiding.
If we need you, we'll come find you.
Excellent.
Thank you for the tour.
No problem, guys. Enjoy yourselves.
Thank you.
Is there anyone in here who would like to speak with us? My name is Jack. This is Wayne. We mean you no harm.
Absolutely. We're just here doing an investigation, whether you're an old patron or a spirit, drinking the spirits, so to speak. By all means, come and talk to us.
No pun intended.
No pun intended.
God has a strange wife.
Killed her in
Killed
the
her.
spot.
That's why I believe the ladies' room has been vandalized by her. In my hand, I have a K2 meter with a green light and 5 LEDs. If you approach this, it'll light up and let us know you're here. I'm going to set this on the bar. All right.
Jack has a K2. I'm using what they call a millimeter. I have both temperature in milligauss on here. And it's bouncing a little bit between 0.1, 0.2, and 0. But when you take an old establishment that's this old and it's not running wires in it, you're bound to pick up a little bit of interference just the way they have to run the wire.
Nothing shielded back then.
Absolutely not.
The K2 meter is good because it's right now reading basically nothing. So if this starts to flash, we've got something. Is there someone here that would like to speak with us? Can you give us a sign of your presence? Can you make a knock like this?
To the little boy that's here, the ping pong balls, the nice round balls that are on the bar, feel free to play with them. You can move them around, push them right off the bar. If you want to make one disappear for the night, it'll be yours. You can have it. But why don't you come play with them? Just move them around and have a good time with them.
On the bar is a little red light. It's a recorder. If you speak into it, we can play it back and listen to it later.
The little boy and the monk, can you tell us your name? Can you tell us the name of the person that did the awful thing to you?
Can you tell us the date? Give us a sign of your presence. Can you approach this green light?
You can make that green light go from green to yellow to orange to red. Try it. It shouldn't be that hard for you to do it. You just got to get close to it.
It won't hurt you. Got a recorder in my hand, and I got a K2 meter. Let's go over by the corner of the bar. My name's Jack, this is Wayne. We're going to investigate the bar area where supposedly a woman was shot by her estranged husband, state trooper, right in this local area. I guess there's been some activity with a waitress. She had cleaned the room, and then there was a mess shortly after.
Shortly after, and there's they had said the TV set that we can film shortly for you had flipped off its stand and hit the floor pretty hard.
With patrons in the area.
Patrons in the area. The noise you hear running behind us, we have an active Frank's box running. We've asked for names, yet we haven't had a name yet. But that's what you hear scrolling through. It sounds like a radio being tuned. It's just a Frank's box going. 24.
With the TV had flown off the shelf by itself, I did notice that the bathroom door was slamming, but not enough to make this TV, which weighs a ton, one of those old-fashioned TVs with the big backs, come off.
What I did notice on it though is they've added a reinforcing piece over around here to the main support piece and drilled it in, which is a totally different wood than the rest of it. So I'm wondering whether it wasn't just this one piece here. It tipped and allowed it to fall, and then they added this piece right here to it.
Hi, this is Dawn and Sandy.
Hi, we're hoping to get some sort of response tonight and see what's going on here.
I have a K2 meter in my hand.
And I have voice recorder and a flashlight, which I'm gonna.
My phone also records too, so I've been playing that. I'm gonna leave it on the table over here. Is there anyone with us tonight in this room? Can you knock? Yes for once. Twice for no. Or you can light the meter up. Over here at the end of this bar, there was a woman killed. I'm gonna put the meter down. I'm getting a signal, it's a low signal on this. I'm gonna put it through. Are you here with us?
Please don't be afraid. We're not here to hurt you, harm you in any way.
We just wanna communicate with you. Do you want me to put it down on the chair? Like I said, if you have any questions that you want to tell us, you can knock once for yes and 2 for no.
Is anybody here tonight? You ever told stories of a little boy and his mother? If you're here, could you give us a knock once for yes, 2 for no? Don't be scared. We're not here to harm you. Okay. 1.3, 1.2, 2.2, back down to 2.
Okay. Drop some of that. Leave you alone.
Bye.
See ya.
Well, this is Dan and Dawn. We're in the dining facility area, and we were just speaking with someone earlier who was lighting up a device for us, and we're just wondering, are you still here with us? This may be a little bit different, but it works on the same idea. If you come close, this green light will light up and the top will turn orange and light up. Are you still here with us? Could you give us a sign, perhaps a nod? Doesn't have to be much. Could be on anything, the floor, the walls.
It's time to go to another area.
Yeah, well, it looks like we're striking out over here. Probably moved on.
Hey, this is Jack and Cody. We're in one of the dining rooms here. I guess Dan and Don tried this area and weren't getting too much. So let's see what we can get.
Is there anyone here who would like to speak with us?
We did, it was a little knock.
Can you make another knock like this? In my hand, I have a K2, a little device with a green light. If you approach it, it'll light up. Can you approach this?
I don't know.
Can you knock again? I heard another knock. All right, that's good.
All right, if you're far away, can you walk over here? I'm hearing it from that. I heard it over there. Yep.
What I've heard is it's been a young lady and her son have been known to be in this area. So we're going to try to see if she can approach us, or the son can approach us.
All right.
Another knock. Can you approach this green light, please?
Let's try that one more time.
Last time, I'm leaving.
Come on, give us a good knock.
One good knock. All right, let's go. We're going to check with another part of the team.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Frank and Mary. Is anybody here with us tonight? I will raise my hand when I speak so we don't speak over each other. And is anybody here? Can you give us a name? There's no need to be shy. We're only here to try to communicate. We're not here to hurt you. Please do your best. Try to give a little more effort. Try to speak to us. If we don't hear you now, we might hear you later in our recording.
If you'd like us to know that you're near us, come a little closer. We have a key 2 meter on the table that'll light up another area. Come close.
Maybe you can make something move. Just move that for us, if you can. Just a little bit. It won't take much. You try one more time. One more time. Make a noise. So everybody else has had better luck.
Would you like to say hello to Cody?
Hello? Can you make them, you need to light up?
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
You don't know how much this makes his night.
Get a light show over here.
You just made me very, very happy. Now I'd like you to turn the meter down. Make it light one green light. Please.
Could you go down to just one green light, please? Well, then you can light it back up for
Did you
us.
see that? That light went out. Can you answer some questions for us now? We start with. Go ahead, put your face.
What can we ask you first? Can we ask you your age? Or is that inappropriate?
Okay, turn them down now.
Yeah, you gotta stop just for a second so we can ask the question?
Light it all the way up, as much as you can. Are you a male?
Yes.
Thank you.
Are you a female?
Are you alone right now in this room with us?
Are there others with you?
You do know St. Patrick's Day is coming up really shortly. Lots of whiskey that day, huh?
Were you Irish? English? English.
We got lots of lights over here. Can you light them up? Pretty
Thanks.
please, with a little sugar on top.
There you go, thank you.
Look at them, both of them.
Thank
You
you.
rock. You really rock the house.
Good job.
Oh, I'm impressed.
Yeah, there's another
Tell
like.
us, did you own this place?
Or did you drink in here like you own the place?
Did you live nearby?
Were you an employee here? A bartender?
Let them know that we're here.
Right?
Have you noticed that it'll turn the last one off too?
It's been turning the last one off a lot.
The very first screen goes out.
But when it lights up, all the other ones are lighting up fine.
It's not as bright as it can be.
Yeah, even the green one was bright.
Can you hear that now?
Would you like us to go upstairs?
Can you make a knock again? I'm hearing the knock. We're finally getting knocks right near Cody.
I think it's above me.
Ask him to knock on the ceiling, Cody.
Can you knock on the ceiling or walk around if you can hear me up there? Go.
Tonight we did an investigation in the building, which we had a lot of activity. Most of it behind the scenes. It's like every time we shut the camera off or we went to another room, we had a ton of activity. So we all grabbed our cameras and we were scrambling, trying to get as much information and evidence as possible. With the team, I think we did great. We'll check the EVPs and we'll check the cameras and see what we picked up. And that's it.
One.
Hi, I'm Dawn, and while I was sitting downstairs, we kept asking with the K2 meter about questions, and it kept going off high, just turning off certain lights and turning them all back on. And then I was sitting up here on the second floor in that chair right there in the dark, and I'm sitting there and my legs were crossed and something pulled on my leg while I was sitting there. And then it went away, and that's all I heard.
Hi, this is Dan. I just want to let you know what my personal experiences were this evening, and not very much as far as like physical. I did encounter with a small group of us as we were asking questions. We seem to have gotten some responses on our K2 meter, and we'll just, we'll have to go through our evidence and see if our digital recorders have picked up anything. But we had quite a bit of activity, so I feel, we might actually have something there, and, well, we'll just have to see what comes about. All right, well, thank you.
Hi, my name is Sandra, and I enjoyed my night here tonight. We had a few hits on the K2 meter. Unfortunately, there wasn't a camera running at the time, but it did seem to be a little bit active with the meter. I was also sitting across from Jess when she kind of fell sort of out of her chair towards me. Really didn't see anybody behind her or any reason for that, but it was interesting. So thank you. My name is Dawn. I've had a great time here tonight. It's a nice old building with plenty of history. Tonight we were sitting around talking. We got a lot of EVPs, but at the time the cameras weren't on. Later on we did have the cameras on. We did get some of it on film, but not everything that was given to us tonight. We also had the sound of walking above us or even knocking that came through.
after running up here and trying to find an explanation for it, I did not find anybody or any reason for it. So I do say tonight was an interesting night. Thank you.
Hi, this is Frank.
Hi, this is Mary.
We didn't experience a lot, but what we did experience was some spikes in communication with K2 meters, and we all were having similar results with photographs we were taken in the stairway over there when we first got here. We did some digital and analog EVP work, and we'll be fine-honing through those later.
Yeah, it seemed to be following, there's a lot of activity with our two dorms downstairs with the K2 meter. It seems like when they left, there was more activity. But I myself felt cold spots with encompassing a lot of area around me. And when I went back to that spot, it just felt like just was warm again. So I felt cold spots tonight.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
Tonight, we all experienced some pretty unexplained activity. But is Tavern on Main haunted? You be the judge. Good night.